Today is Wednesday at 1:37 a.m. It's a third session for this week out of 5 sessions. Currently, I'm in a trade, and I'm in a heavy trade. This is a phase 1. This is a 1-minute candle. I'm looking at Euro USD, and currently what I have pinpointed, what I have pictured are two things. This seems to be the resistance area. This seems to be the support area. It breached once, it breached twice. It attempted to breach 3 times, but it actually was shallow. So I'm thinking this is probably a region of buying that's going on based on the candle, these wicks that are occurring here. But it seems to be favoring the bottom side of this trading range, essentially. This seems to be the support. It broke twice here, but came back. It attempted to break it even 3 times, but it seems to be this downward pressure has subsided somewhat. The momentum has diminished, but anything can happen. I mean, there could be some news that pops out that could just like sends it out into another level. And then what I've noticed is that here, this wick touched this region right here, and it started to essentially just scream away from it. And just like what's happening right now, right here as well, right here. And so it attempted to go up and touch the 200-day moving average, and then it dropped back down again. And so it seems to be favoring a downward trajectory. That's what it looks like. It seems to be bearish. And when I look at when I chart out the high to high, I can see that it is actually a downward sloping situation. There are two sides to these candlestick movements. Essentially, it goes down and it goes up. If it's going down, then I should be buying short, selling, because it would be the right thing to do because it's going with the trend. Then there will be a point where there will be a reversal that occurs. This candle seems to suggest that this is the point at which point the major trend reversal had occurred, and now it's in a sideways motion. So it went down, it made a major movement back up. Perhaps the price that was being pictured here was drastically outside of the fair value, it looks like. And that's why it had to move back in a rush at this moment. But it could be some outside factors that could be impacting it for this price to move towards that price. And indeed, it seems to be favoring it as these candles are essentially moving towards it. Okay, and definitely it's moving towards it. It broke out. It broke out what seems to be a support here, and now it's been broken out right here. And this could be the point where a major change occurs. And I don't think there's going to be another candle like this to reverse this trend that's occurring right now. So that's the current situation. Now, if this doji holds, that means that it has reversed. Okay, that's what it means. If it holds and the next candle is actually above, it's saying, yeah, the selling pressure is definitely there, but there is also a strong buying pressure that's occurring right here. That's what it's saying right there. There's a strong buying pressure right there. Now, if that strong buying pressure is sufficient enough to just lift off, that's my thesis. That's current thesis. Okay. What I need to do is improve on my shorting skills so that I can take advantage of this situation as well. When it gets to this situation, I say, hey, look, I should just short it here. Take advantage of it. But for now, my interest is to ride up, and I would be inclined to unload uh, approximately 2.5 lots here. Most of it should it reach somewhere here. Okay. Now, will it do that? It looks like it created a dome right here. If I It looked like it created a dome. So if I look at right here, if I look at this situation here, it started from here, came back down, dropped, and then went up over here. That's the interest that I have. These are the sell points that I have in here. And if it reaches anywhere here, I'd be in a the outcome would be very, very nice. Okay. So maybe it's going to recover, maybe not. I mean, it was all the way up here too. I mean, if it goes up there, that's fine too. I wouldn't mind it, but I'd be all out here because my profit target is modest. Okay, so looking at that, and it's possible that it did this, and then it does this, and maybe just going down. I don't know. But if it recovers any of it up to this point here, I mean, that would be nice for today, at least. So that's the trade that I'm in. Now going back to the 1 minute clock, 1 minute time frame. So I'm looking at this, and so obviously I can see that it attempted to drop. Now it's going back all the way. It looks like it's going to go towards that enormous resistance that's here. So if I were to label that, so that's a point of strong resistance right there. I mean, look at that, just right there, even right here, it wicked up, and that's what I call some serious resistance right here. That is some serious resistance. That could be another resistance right there. And if it hits that, it could just reverse like a Mack truck without brakes on a 45-degree downhill, fully loaded with gravel. Really, when I make this trade, it's a very, very difficult situation because uh, holding on to this with such a large drawdown would be unimaginable. Really, I mean, if let's say I pass phase one, this is phase one. Let's say I pass the phase two, and then let's say I'm funded and I'm making this type of trade, I could be losing this account, this funded account. based on the way that I'm trading it. Because already, I mean, I've locked in several times. It has, I mean, this is the point where I've gotten in here, and this is like, what is that? Close to about 30 minutes of the trade going on. Anything could happen. I mean, there could be economic news that there's released that could just redirect this thing to something else. So, I mean, it's a very, very dangerous situation here. Now it's going to retest this little resistance that's been established because um, that's how resistance is defined, right? I mean, that's resistance here. It touched that because it went down. It touched that. Now it's behaving with a small candle. So that seems to be picturing a small resistance near this region of liquidity right here. There's some serious liquidity that's going on in this region. So anytime price hits this point, it wants to sell off. So some form of entity is essentially selling at that point. And unless that liquidity dries up, it's going to hold it down below it and hold it down. And well, now it's going back up. So that's nice. Wow, and it's going up with a vengeance. So that's now I think I'll sell 1, 2, 3, and I'll be happy with this one here on this trade. Okay, yeah, we'll call it a day.